Alright guys, what's going on? I hope everything is alright with you. It is Friday in the afternoon at 3 p.m. here in the Netherlands. My name is Tom from Dreadlabs and let's do some cool live streaming today. So if you don't know what we're going to do today, we are about to create a full artwork, a motion artwork that is. So we're going to try to implement everything that we have here in Photoshop, in Illustrator, After Effects, perhaps some Cinema 4D, we'll see. So yeah, before we get started, I think I've implemented Super Chat for the first time here on YouTube. This is a way that you can donate directly to Dreadlabs, which helps me to create more videos for you guys, more content and more tutorials. There's already so much cool stuff coming, but yeah, these donations would really help me. And if you feel like it, if you donate, you can send me a design and I will review it personally afterwards, so you can get some personal feedback. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's just get started. I have a Pinterest in here and I thought it might be cool to show you my full work process, and that means that I'm also going to do some visual researching here, see if we can get something cool to get inspired by. I want to do something related to rave, as I've been really implemented into this style, well, for a while now, but let me tell you what actually happened in the past week. I started recording on a new video series that will be on Dreadlabs very soon. I think I've been pre-recording it for a while now, and it's all about how to create a clothing brand from scratch, and I mean from actual scratch, from nothing. And this brand of mine will be based around storytelling, and I'm gonna talk about it a little longer because it's a little bit complicated. So what I mean by storytelling is, during another live stream a few months ago, we tried to create a fictional world of Dreadlabs with a fake planet, and where there's like a cyberpunk city there, and we're like a weird desert, stuff like that. So really, really cool. And we are going to base our clothing brand around that story. And I'm also in the works of organizing events with based around the same storyline. So that's what I've been occupied with in the past week. And yeah, it might be cool to see if we can do something related to that. See some really cool smiley stuff. Perhaps we can do some cool 3D smiley today. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on what I should do today, what I should look into, what I should talk about, just give me a sign in the chat. Let me know that you're live. And yeah, let's talk design. Let's talk creativity. Ooh, I really like this one. All right. Perhaps we should just start with some shapes in Illustrator and see where to go from there. That's usually how I try to get creative. I actually prepared nothing for this, and I did that on purpose, so to give you guys an idea of my workflow from nothing. So I don't have any idea what I'm going to create today. Normally when I do live streams, I try to prepare a little bit, but today I'm just going to do whatever. And that's so you guys can see how I would work in these situations. Let's see what we can do with this. What if we make like a kind of like a gun visor in this from this shape here? So I actually don't need the squares here, I only need the ellipse. So let's just bring that to the front. All right. And I think we can, if we go to Object, Path, Offset Path. By the way, guys, I use my own shortcuts sometimes. For example, this offset path, I usually do it by pressing Command 5 on my keyboard. So if you see like a window pop up and you have no clue what I just did, that's probably because of a custom shortcut, as you can see here. And just feel free to ask me in the chat if you have no clue what I'm doing. Yeah, let's put it here, and then okay, so if we add some anchor points here, and add some more. Okay, now we have an anchor point here, and I can actually resize this so that it will link up to the anchor point. And let's do one more. All right, maybe we should cut out some of these parts. Let's see if we can make a slice with the pen tool. Okay, I actually wanna, okay. I'm going to make one line with the pen tool here. I'm gonna select that. And on the anchor points here with my rotate tool selected, I'm gonna click Alt or Option and do one click. And if we do 45 degrees, but divide that by 2, so that's 22.5 or something, right? And let's copy that. All right, now we can link these. So I'm gonna make it a little bit more clear for you guys. This is what I'm gonna do. I actually should turn off my WhatsApp there, sorry. Also, guys, there could be some noise. I think my upstairs neighbors are moving or something. So yeah, there might be like some noise on the background here. Okay, I'm not paying enough attention here, sorry. What's up, Salty? Are you? Do you guys have weekend already, or are you just like doing this under school time or under work time or something? All right, and now we can select all of these. I can actually make them into a compound path. And let's see, okay, if I select this one and, for example, this circle, let's make a copy first. If I punch this out, all right, so now we can this shape could be interesting. I'm actually gonna make this square big enough to do this, and then we can just delete all of the other ones. Yeah, all right, this is fine. All right, what else can we do? Let's see if we can find some more. I actually recently found this font. It's really cool. Oh, I know what might be cool. If we make a silhouette. Alright guys, how many times has this happened to you? I saw my friend Permanent Glue make a video on this too, where you just like, you think you get a transparent image off of Google, and they just like printed some blocks behind it to make it look transparent. I hate that. I hate that so much. Alright, let's use this as a reference, and let's trace it with the pen tool. Right, when you do stuff with the pen tool, always make sure that these anchor points don't really overlap, because that's when you get really like messy work, I guess. All right, now we can just delete this. We can make this black, remove the stroke. Okay, so what I had in mind for this is, let's see if we can find that explosion danger icon. I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, okay, I thought it might be cool to combine this with our head, like. So let's see if we can like cut a part out. So if we select both of these shapes, let's click on the divide button. We can just ungroup all of this. We can delete this part. We can move this part out here. And perhaps we can just click on the knife here, like this. Let's frame it a bit with a square. All right, so and now I want to make these like exploding lines. So I'm gonna lock this up first so I don't really affect this. And then from the center of the head, well, let's pick another center, like here, which is kind of like the center of the explosion, right? I'm just gonna draw a line. And I'm gonna increase the stroke of this line. And I'm gonna give this width profile, and let's go to properties and change it around so that it will get thicker like the further it goes away. And let's just remove this. Let's make sure that this like line extension, wait, okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna select this line, and with the pen tool I'm gonna add another anchor point here, right? And now with this anchor point selected, I'm gonna just click this button so we can basically cut them up. And now we still have like our little anchor point here from where the explosion should rotate around, and then we have this for shape. So now with the rotation tool selected, by clicking Alt Option, we now have some lines here, and we can basically just randomize that a little bit by, for example, extending the lines. I think we should also rotate some like more closer to each other. Okay, we can make this one a little bit thicker, and we can make this one a little bit more thin. Let's see. I think we should add a little some more. So let's go here and I'm gonna make sure that they're a little bit randomized. So a bit like this, I think, and now we need one more in this position here because it's here a little bit empty here and here. Now let's randomize these strokes and where they like ending. Make sure that you use the line that it says line extension here where you do this. This way they will all still point to like the middle point that we chose here. So it's a little bit quiet in the chat today, isn't it? Or is it just that I cannot see like any updates? What have you guys been working on this week? Let me know. All right, now I think if I select all of these, we frame them with a clipping mask. Okay, that actually looks kind of cool, I guess. Let's make some like smaller debris. Maybe we should frame it a little bit differently. I'm not sure. Maybe like with some more randomized lines as well. Alright guys, I actually think that I did something really wrong here. I forgot to press the go live button on YouTube, so I've been doing work for half an hour now almost, 20 minutes. So yeah, kind of embarrassing, sorry for that. Yeah, I'm still kind of new to live streaming and stuff like that, so I'm sorry. My fault, but this will be recorded and I'll put the first part of this video, the first 20 minutes on YouTube separately. So yeah, big mistake of me there, but yeah. Anyways, welcome guys. I've been talking to myself for the past like 20 minutes. I'm an idiot. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't know, we are actually going to work today on a motion design and artwork. I wanted to do be inspired by Rave. I wanted to share with you that I'm actually using Super Chat today for the first time. So yeah, if you feel like donating, that would be really cool. If not, it's all up to you. But it would really help me out with the Dreadlabs channel and will make me be able to make more content for you guys. And if you use the Super Chat and if you want to have one of your artworks reviewed and have some like thorough feedback from me, you can do so by doing that. All right, guys. Hi to all of you. I hope you're having a great day. So yeah, what's going on? I saved the stream, so yeah, don't worry. So yeah, how was your week? I guess it's 3:20 p.m. now here in the Netherlands. So after the stream, my girlfriend and I are going to have a drink to celebrate having weekend. So yeah, what did you guys work on today? Let me know, or what you guys work on this week, I guess. So yeah, what I've been doing here, I wanted to do I've been like browsing Pinterest, and I wanted to do some like Rave-inspired artwork, and I thought it might be cool to do like an explosion icon with a head. So yeah, that's basically what what I've been doing. I haven't really like chosen a song or something. More of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do Rave-inspired artwork. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about first, what I actually already talked about before I actually went live, was I have been working on a series for Dreadlabs where I make my own, where I'm going to start my own clothing brand. And basically, this will be a full series in which you can watch me make a clothing brand from scratch. So we're going to talk manufacturers, we're going to talk design, we're going to talk ways to print or make your clothing, how to set up a web shop, how to talk to, how to like market it. So yeah, all of that will be covered in this video series. I think we should make these lines a little bit more thin. And I think we should also like frame it a bit better. Like this perhaps. But yeah, in this series, my clothing brand will be inspired by the world building session that we had in November on the live stream. And basically, my brand is going to tell a fictional story. What's up, nonsense? How are you guys doing? Oh, did you pass your exams, Finlay? I hope you did. So yeah, the clothing brand will basically be all about story sharing or storytelling, and it will be about the fictional world of Dreadlabs. I created a whole fictional world in the live stream. You can watch it back on my channel later if you're interested in that. But yeah, basically the first collection will be revolved around a fictional like rave party, I guess. All right, let me show you real quick like a sketch that I've done for it. Here. So yeah, you can expect this and more in that video series. It will go up, well, not immediately because I want to pre-record some parts. But that's what I've been working on, as well as my first artwork for the label Monster Cat. So more about that soon as well. All right, and now I want to go and give a little bit. Okay, well, maybe it's a little bit smaller, I think. We can rotate this one around because this doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. I don't know. I for some reason it's not working here. I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of like fun for an icon thing, but not for like a main artwork. Where's the rectangle? Okay, here. All right. Let's see what else we can find on Pinterest. So many cool stuff here. I actually want to do something with a 3D like Smiley. So perhaps we should do something like that. It's actually pretty fun. Let's see. Let's just start out with making a simple smiley. And let's see how I want to make this mouth. I think I'm going to make it with the pen tool, actually. All right, let's see what it looks like when we mirror this. It's not really smiling, is he? And now let's see if we duplicate this and wait. Let's join these points first, and then we can duplicate this line. And now we start smiling. We can join these points, and now we have our mouth. And if we go to our stroke options here, I think we should make the corners round so that he's like joyfully smiling here. Let's see if we add the width tool and we make this a little bit thicker and this part a little bit like smaller. And we can now delete this part, and now we can just... Okay, that's actually like a super creepy Joker smile. Let's make this bigger. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, or if I, for example, use shortcuts or something, just feel free to ask and I'll try to explain it to you. What's up, man? So I'm working in Illustrator right now, and I am going to make like a Rave-inspired like artwork, and we are going to try to make it moving in today's live stream. So we should probably start on like what we're gonna animate and stuff. So I made like a smiley here, and I want to have that in the middle here. And I think I'm gonna like turn this into 3D later. Let's make sure that the caps here are rounded. Yeah, right. Let's see. Let's make this, well, usually when I like try to work on stuff, I like kind of draw out a grid in Illustrator. And let me show you how I do that. So let's say this is a 3000 by 3000 pixel work environment, by the way. So let's go with 100 by 100 pixels here. Make these lines a little bit more thin. And this way I'm making like a grid, so I know like what like spacing I should use. And I try to keep it like as geometrically correct as possible. So for example, now I want to have this 200 by 200 pixels, because that's like double the size of this like rectangle here, or this square here. And I'm actually going to make it 400 by 400. And I'm just making sure I have some parts to fill here. So this part should be 2000 by 2000, I think. All right. And I can make this the same color as our guides here. Make sure that it is yeah, okay, I'm like using these squares as to make sure the room in my artwork, like the negative space and stuff, kind of like evens out a little bit. So for example, I can now resize my smiley to these squares, which makes it a little bit easier for me. All right, now I want to have like a block for the title here. And I just want to make sure that it's properly aligned. And now we have this. We can start thinking about where we want our stuff to go. So for this, I am going to name this Contra Rave. That will be the title of this piece of work. And I think I want to have that in the corner here, and I want this icon to be like here and on the right. So let's just get this. Is it it's not square, is it? All right, so I remove the clipping mask for a second so I can use this square. And this square should be 400 by 400. So it's the same size as these squares. And now we can just group this. Let's make sure that we have outlined all of these like strokes. So we'll just group this. And we'll put it in here. Oh. And now we can just select all of this, and with our shape builder, let's just cut off the excess parts here. I'm holding Alt or Option and I'm just dragging over these, and this will erase all of these shapes. And now we have our artwork here, and we can just simply align that with this square. All right, and for the title, I think we can just merge all of these squares together with our pathfinder here. And I thought it might be cool to, I saw it in artwork just now, or like a few minutes ago. Not sure if I can find it again, but let's see, was it here? No, I think it was here, under here somewhere. Oh, all right, guys, I got a question for you, by the way. Are you guys in Clubhouse? And if so, what Dreadlabs content would you like to hear on Clubhouse? Because I thought it might be cool to use it to kind of interact with our with like you guys, if you guys have like live questions for me and stuff like that. My friend Jack also had an idea to talk about international friendships on there, because he's from Australia and I'm from the Netherlands, and we've met on like a school program, and we became good friends after that. So I thought it might be cool to talk about that and how to actually maintain that, like that friendship. Let's see, if we outline this text, maybe like just 5 pixels, and we punch that out of the other text on the background here. This looks pretty cool, I guess, right? But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, just let me know, because that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm doing the live stream instead of video. Before I do this again, let me just make sure I wanted this to... Yeah, okay. Let's see what this looks like. If we move the text up a little bit, can group this and then align it properly. And I thought it might be cool. Okay, so if we make this invisible, let's make a circle in the middle of here. All right, now I want to apply an effect to this circle by going to distort and transform. Okay, this is a little bit too big. So what if we do like 150? Hey Definition, thank you for your question. Really good one. And I'm gonna give it to you straight. Like, motivating yourself it can be really hard, as you probably... I think that's also like the reason why you ask this question. So some days you're just not motivated enough. For example, the other day I was like recording a tutorial, and like some things went wrong, and basically I had to do the tutorial all over again, and I was so demotivated to record that video again, and I just called it a day, and I haven't recorded it since. And sometimes you just have to go and take a step back and recharge yourself. And the way that I recharge myself is basically I try to either inspire myself, like I've a ton of like creative books, like some cool books about graphic design and art, that I try to like get into. So that's really important to me. Yeah, to kind of like see if I can get inspiration from there. And sometimes it's also good to take a break from social media. Just because you feel like, for example, I feel like I have to compete with all of the people that I see on social media, you know? You're not just like looking at one designer, you're probably like following hundreds of them. And it can be a little bit demotivating as well. So taking a break from social media is really good. And getting new ideas is basically, I don't know, like sometimes on like Sundays or something, I just like to not make anything, but just like inspire myself with stuff. Just checking out books, just browsing Pinterest, just yeah, you know, doing all of that instead of like trying to make stuff. And like with all this new knowledge and maybe like watching tutorials, it can also be something that you want to get do on that like Sunday. But just make it so that it's just for inspiration. And that's what really works for me. Hope that answers your question. Right, so if we select everything here and we go and delete all of these. What's up, Pedro? How are you? Are you from Brazil? All right, I think this is cool. So now I want to get this full shape. I'm gonna merge it and make it a compound path again. And if we do this, hey. Ik was een half uur vergeten live te gaan. Ik was allemaal aan het filmen en ik had nog niet op go live geklikt.
Oh, niet waar?
Ja. No. Hi guys, how are you? So crazy to like realize that some people from Brazil and Indonesia are watching me from, and Argentina watching me from like the Netherlands here doing my thing. It's just really sick. Okay, so if we merge all of this and create a compound path from it, we'll create a compound path from this as well. And now it's a little bit better, like in terms of readability, I think. It's still a bit trippy, but I like it that way. Yeah, all right. I think I want to... What happens if we put this square in the middle here? Can we do that? Make 2 layers out of it. From Israel as well. Wow, you guys really are from all over the world. That's so insane. Saudi Arabia, Lithuania. Wow. I am actually from the Netherlands. So yeah, it's so surreal to realize that you guys are so far away and checking it out. So font recommendations. Okay, I'll list a few. Let's just type Dreadlabs here and I'll show you guys some cool fonts that you can use for this. So these ones, let me just check off my favorites. This one, and this one. So these 4 are from hide typefaces. Sorry guys, it was just my girlfriend. She's just getting some groceries. Oh, actually some Dutch people as well. So these 4 typefaces are from hide typefaces. It's like a small, kind of like a creative hub. They're focused mainly about music and graphic design. And yeah, these guys release their typefaces and they're really affordable. So yeah, I really advise you to go and check out these guys. I'll just put the link up in the chat. This link should take you to their website. And let's see some other ones. I also advise you to work with like extended typefaces. For example, if you have like Adobe fonts, Adriana / Nimbus is these guys. This is actually the Dreadlabs font, but these fonts work really well as well. Let's see which ones more. So these are from the LDR fonts are from Dafont, and I am not actually sure if you're allowed to just use them for free. But since this is a personal project that I'm working on right now, I can just show them to you. And you can get these on thefarm.com. And I think if you just search for LDR, which like this one's called Affection, Critical Mass, Dark Tech LDR, Insane Affection LDR, and Naki LDR. This one's actually also really cool if you press all caps lock. So yeah, basically that is, these fonts are working really well. These are obviously like display fonts. So I wouldn't write text in these, but yeah. Right, so what is Dreadlabs? Dreadlabs is the name of my channel, and it's actually a creative hub that I've started, I think, in April last year. And yeah, here we do mostly like design tutorials. We have like a big Discord server where we talk about design, arts, music, stuff like that, clothing, yeah, all of these like creative things, and we try to motivate each other to do everything, to like inspire each other. What's up, man? I hope you're having a good day too. So we can probably use one of these. I really dig this font. I want to see if we can do some custom, like let's see. Let's do some more inspiration. You see this shape like a lot as well, right? Wow, I think we can actually do something like this as well. That would be really cool. All right, so I'll put a link to the Discord in the description, or in the chat, sorry. And yeah, you're all welcome to join us and talk about design, about music. I actually want to do more music-related live streams soon, because that's where I actually originated from. I started designing because of music. I started by making my own album covers. So yeah. This is also really sick. All right, so another thing that we can do on the background here is okay, let's give this a stroke. We can just delete this part, by the way, and we'll increase the stroke width here. So a site with free material, you have your Unsplash for your pictures that you can use for free. Blender is a software which is free, which actually is the next question about, I think. So you want to ask me why I decided on using Cinema 4D over other 3D design programs. So I had Blender in school, but it was a little bit counterintuitive for me. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit difficult for me to use it for some reason. I didn't really like it. And the interface for Cinema 4D was just, like, in my opinion, just a little bit easier to understand. So that's why I chose for Cinema 4D. And it is a little bit expensive, but yeah, once you're actually like committed to doing it and learning it, then I think I think it really doesn't even matter. It just depends on what you're. If you work with Blender like fine, then I wouldn't recommend even switching to Cinema 4D. What's up, guys? Hello from the Netherlands to you. So I use Pinterest now, but I mainly use Instagram and Pinterest. But yeah, if you search for like Ray Flyer or something, 90s Ray Flyer, you get a lot, as you can see here. And what I like about Pinterest is when you click this, for example, and you scroll down, you'll just get more like this. And this is just like all, yeah, like visually similar stuff. So let me just go to my profile here, and I have a. This is just like toffe graphics just means in Dutch like cool graphics. Yeah, you can follow me on Pinterest. It's actually here in the link in the description. It's my own name, like Tom V. the Endert. Well, yeah, this is just stuff that I've saved along the way. There's also like some random stuff in here as well. So yeah, this is fairly old, but once for example, with these logos, like I really like these logos that I found earlier. And if you just scroll down, you can see like a lot of visually similar images, which is really easy if you want to make like a mood board or something. Well, actually, I just saw something here. I'm gonna save this as well. It's really cool. And this actually gave me an idea. Okay, we're actually going to dive into the motion here now. Thank you, Denise. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm actually a little bit afraid to pronounce you guys' names because I'm like really bad at that. So, okay, I want to make 2 strokes, and I am actually thinking of. Let me open my what are they called? The dread shapes. Let's see, the Dread Shapes Volume 1, which contains like a lot of tribal shapes. So if you want to get this is available on dreadlabs.net, as you can see here. And I thought it might be cool to grab this shape, for example. Scale it up a little bit. What's up, Sabine? How are you? And if we like extend this a little bit. Like this. Yeah, let's just make this a little bit smaller, like so. And we can duplicate this 3 times. I actually want to merge all of the rectangles here. So basically we have like a tribal pattern now. I actually could have done this another way as well. Let's just select both of these shapes, go to Object, Blend, Make. And if we go to Object, Blend and Blend Options, we can go to Specified Steps and we can up that so we can, yeah, we can use one more here now. Let's just duplicate this one as well. I'll write my username here from Pinterest. It's in the live chat right now. And I'm gonna use a text as well. Let's type out Dreadlabs here. And we can use this stroke for that. All right. Okay, let's just leave this as it is. I'm going to export both of these for a second. So let's just make a new document. I'm gonna select the first one, go to Object, Artboards, Fit to Selected Art, or in my case, Command 2. Let's make a new artboard as well. Select this one and fit the artboard here, and now we can delete the borders. It's a little bit hard to create a one logo, but I have a live stream of that that I did in December, where I made a logo from scratch, and I made it in Illustrator. But I'm gonna export these now for screens. We can call this ring 1 and ring 2. And I actually have a folder for the live stream here. We can just export it here. Oh, the 3D gradient. I'll show you in a minute. Let's open that project actually in Cinema 4D. I would never switch from C4D to Blender again, because I just really prefer working in Cinema 4D. But yeah, I can imagine if you work better in Blender, yeah, you would just go and work with that. But yeah, it's really good for motion design work, and I think the future of graphic design also lies within the fact that you can do 3D, do custom typography, I guess, stuff like that. That makes you a better designer, I think, and it will get you hired more. So let's see if I can. Is this the live stream? Nope. All right, this is the thumbnail that I did for this live stream. So this project consists of 2 parts basically. The metal ball with the cloner and the sphere, which is made of metal, and the color here is done by a sky. So let me just remove this sky for a second. You'll see that this is just a metal material that I've done in Cinema 4D. And if I make the sky visible, my computer is getting a bit slow, sorry for that. This is just a luminance material which like emits light, and it emits a image that I got from Black Market, and I just modified it a little bit. And this is from the shiny pack from Black Market, which let me see if I can find it for you guys. They just have a lot of these textures, and they come in really handy with doing 3D stuff. The actual one that I used is, I think, number 60. Yeah, I think it's this one. All right. But yeah, that's how I did the thumbnail, and I used this shiny thing as the gradient as well for the background in Photoshop. And maybe we can do something like that later in the video. But for now, I want to use a sphere, and I'm actually also going to export the face of my smiley here. Going to put that to our new folder here, our new file. And we can remove the circle. And let's call this smiley face. And we can export that as well. Oh, ja, lekker. So let me create a new material, and we're just going to apply that to our sphere here. And I'm going to give it a little bit more subdivision so it's a little bit better like rounded. And I'm going to make a new material, make that black, and I'm going to add an alpha, and our alpha will be this smiley face. And if we apply this now, it's a little bit weird now, so let's just make it a little bit smaller. And now we have our like weird smiley ball. And now that I see it, I should have removed this stroke as well. So let me just export it again. And reload this image or this texture. Maybe we should just rename it just to be sure that Cinema 4D understands that I changed it. Okay, yeah, this should have worked. And I actually don't want this to tile, so I just want one smiley face here. And with the offset V, we can determine where it should be. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And you know what the fun thing is about this? If we go back into our Medable project here and we copy the sky, and we make this into a reflective material by adding a GGX reflection, this will actually start reflecting the sky. So whether it rotates, you will see other colors here, which is pretty fun. Now for this, let's make this darker and give this a proper reflection. Like this. And now if we like try to render it, we don't see anything because the sky isn't rendering. Alright, so this is pretty fun. Let's make the sky invisible to the camera. And now we kind of have like a 3D smiley face thing. So the next thing that I want to do... what's up, Jack? How are you? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a plane. And let's see how big our artboard is. Okay, it's really big, so let's just go to the pixels actually of our thing. Okay, so it's 8662 pixels. So, and it was 780 pixels high. And I think we should just divide this by, I don't know, 4. To make it a little bit smaller, maybe now even by 2. Let's make a new material, call this stroke 1. Yeah, we should definitely do a stream together, Jack. I actually would like to invite you on the podcast very soon because I want to return the podcast, but I'm just so freaking busy. So we got our ring here. And we should make this black for now. Right, so if we apply this to our plane, we now have an image of our like tattoo things. And now that we have this, I want to add a bend deformer. Make this rotate. Well, let's just make it rotate like 270 degrees now. Rotate in the proper position. And we should probably subdivide this a little bit better. Wait, how big was this? If we fit to parent this thing. All right, yeah, we should have a circle now. Let's make this 360 degrees, so we actually have a circle. Like this. And now we can make this into an editable object. Plane, or like circle 1. And if we access the center here, we can now center this object. And we have like a cool visual circle thing around here. And I want to duplicate this and duplicate this material and call this stroke 2. And we can change it to the othering with text. I get an error for YouTube, but are you guys getting the stream like properly, or is it like laggy? All right, see. All right, yeah, so it's reflecting here. I'm actually okay. I don't want this. Don't want this kind of reflective material anymore. I think I just want it to be black and white. So like this, and then we can just make this white. Okay, and now we need to make sure that we make an alpha channel here. And now let's animate this. Wow, thank you so much, Jack. You just became the first super chat user of the Dreadlabs YouTube channel. So glad to see it's working. Thanks, bro. All right, so good to hear that there's no like lag going on. Okay, so there's some delay but no lag. Good to hear. Okay, I think we should just okay, the way I want to rotate these, let's just reset them to like 0, both of them. And let's animate this. Let's pick like 120 frames and rotate this 360 degrees. And the other one we should rotate like the other way around. So minus 360. And let's make both of these linear, so they rotate like at the same speed all the time. All right, and now we can just group these into like a separate null, and now we can just let me just grab 2 nulls. Wow, thank you so much, XTOC Music. I think I pronounced it right? Thank you so much for your super chat. Yeah, and if you guys have like any design related stuff that you want some feedback on or something, feel free to send it to me after the stream, and I will review it and give you the feedback that you need. Yeah, thank you so much, man. This really means a lot to me. I would have never I would have never realized that like someone would help me out this way or do this. Like, if you would have told me this like a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you. So yeah, it's insane. Thank you so much, man. Ecstasy. All right, cool. Why? Oh wait, the nulls are actually not rotating because they're not in the nulls. Ecstasy. That's really cool. Sorry, I'm not really good at that, like pronouncing stuff like that. I think it's just because I'm Dutch. Okay, let's see if this works. All right. I think we're here. Now let's make this a 3000 by 3000 pixels. Render all the frames. Hey Kill, what college degree did you study everything you do? So I have a video on my channel, and that's basically about education, and I'm 100% self-taught in that. I did some classes, and I had Photoshop in school, but like they didn't teach me anything. So yeah, I would really advise you to start getting some courses maybe, and try to learn it for yourself. And I want to focus more on the business aspect of this, because I think if you want to do something like this, you would probably want to get revenue by doing client work or something. So yeah, I don't think you need a degree to do this, but just for reference, I studied communications and multimedia design in the Netherlands, but it's more of an IT-based study. Hi, Judy. Again, like Jack says, I cannot pronounce any name properly, probably. But do you mean with mecha reference? Do you mean like mech suits and robots and stuff like that? Or yeah, let's see if we can center this properly. Yeah, I'm Dutch actually. Ooh, you live in Amsterdam. That would probably be very, very expensive, right? All right, so let's see if we can just render this. And it's a little bit dark now. You cannot see it, but we'll be able to see it later in After Effects. All right, so I think we are finished for this. Okay, so I want to put this animated part in the middle here. Maybe to like sliders here or something. I don't know. Are you guys more interested in me animating the stuff, or are you more interested in me designing it? Like we can do some more Illustrator, or we can do some more After Effects later. Yeah, just let me know in the chat what you guys want to see, and I'll try to do that actually. Yeah, it's always a bit hard to see. For example, I did a stream in Cinema 4D, and then a lot of people didn't really know Cinema 4D, but they didn't know graphic design. So I kind of switched over to Photoshop there. So yeah, it's all up to what you guys want to see here. Oh, you tried to link the video? Yeah, you could just check out my channel. I had thought about studying animation and VFX. Do you think it's a good choice? I think Yeah, I think you can learn a lot there, but it depends on what study. Because like here in the Netherlands, when you like choose a higher study, like, um, hey, it's me, vlogger. Here's you. This is me saying your name. How are you? Um, all right. Yeah, animation VFX will probably be a good choice, but here they ask you to learn everything yourself. So that's a bit like odd, I guess, right? You go to study. I paid for my college, 2,000 euros a year or something, and they didn't like learn me any of those, and I even had to pay for Adobe myself. So yeah, looking back at it now, there wasn't really like a reason for me to be there. But yeah. If you want to do something, you probably have to do it yourself, right? So Mac suits and other typography related stuff. It's a bit hard. So you should probably go get into Gundam, which is there's like tons of Gundams which you can find references from. People's drawn it. And yeah, there are drawings. I made 3D model. Well, I try to make 3D models as of lately from Gundams, but I do also like the plastic modeling, Gunpla, which is also like really inspiring for that. And otherwise, I think you should just start following some designers on Instagram. So if you don't know, this is actually really cool. So if you don't know, on my Dreadlabs channel, I from time to time post a post that says 5 creatives you should follow. And these posts feature a lot of cool creatives that have like some sick designs, podcasts, videos, music, anything really. So yeah, there's probably some artists there that work with the style that you're looking for. I actually really like this. But not for this artwork, I guess. I have another idea that I want to do once this is finished rendering. That's the down side of like doing live streams, that you have to render live while OBS is playing. Sorry guys. I am actually planning to set everything up on my new computer, which is over here. And it has like a really it has a lot better specs than my laptop. Don't ask me about them because I don't know them, so I'll try to send them on the Discord later if you're interested. But yeah, once I get everything like moved over to my new computer, I will start doing the live streams and everything from there. But as of now, I don't really have like a good monitor for it, and I don't really have, and I still like I'm working on Adobe software on my laptop here, and I kind of need to move it over to my computer, but I don't want to work on Adobe software with a shitty or monitor, I guess, if that makes sense. I am rambling today, damn. All right, so another thing that I do when I don't really have inspiration for the icons here. Okay, the operation open failed. That's weird. Is grab another font or another project of mine. You can find the dread shapes in the web shop. It's a file with a lot of vector shapes. And you can just open these and use them in your artworks. And let's see if we have some inspiration from here. We'll probably use this is one of my favorites actually. Let's paste it in. All right. So while this is rendering, let's go back into Cinema 4D. I don't want to stop this. Let's make a new project. But we're gonna copy these guys. Actually, No, we're not going to copy them. We're only going to copy this this sphere here. And let's switch to grow shading lines so we can see how many like lines we actually have, because we're going to render this in the cell shader. And let's make this 119 frames, or 120 because it starts at 0. Where are my fonts from? These ones are from Hyde. These ones are from Adobe Typekit. And these ones I found on DaFont, which are called LDR something. So I think that's the designer. So yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, I was in Cinema 4D, right? Let's rotate this. And make the animation linear. I kind of forgot that the face was still on there. So what I would advise you to go to school for is actually like finding out about the fundamentals of design, maybe like some entrepreneurship. That's stuff that I find easier to learn about when I have a teacher instead of like a video class. We can remove the face here, I think. And let's just make this like 1280. What's that size? We should do 1080. You know what? We're just gonna do 1000 because this won't even be a video. We're just gonna export the PNGs of this into After Effects later. So like this. All right, let's see how far we are with the picture viewer. All right, we're at like 75% there. So while we wait for this, let's see if I can find some more fonts maybe. If you guys have any questions for me, just let me know in the chat. There are also, I'm planning on doing a full video series on creating your own clothing brand very soon. And I'm even in the works of trying to do Dreadlabs events with a friend of mine. What's up, Loki? Hi, Beats. How are you? Let's see if we can find some more cool fonts. Let's just pick on my favorites. Honestly, some of these fonts I don't even have an idea where I found them anymore. But I'll show you a cool font website which has free fonts. So Velveteen typeface. Again, I'm really bad at pronunciation here. What's up, Skintrest / Helm Art Archive? How are you? But all these fonts are free to use, provided that you give them the author credit. As you can see, these are some really, really cool display type fonts. I've used a fair amount of these, actually. I think my favorite is this one. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's just really cool to see that you can just use these and don't even have to pay for them. Let's see, which ones do I have again? This one's also in Adobe fonts that I really like. Then there's, let's see what it's called again. Benguiat. So this is probably my favorite serif font. So yeah, these are Oh, Ekman Psych. I actually have that one as well. And I think like found Juniper as well. This one kind of looks like this font, right? But then it's a little bit like more condensed. And if you want to have this font but a little bit like more thick, I think you can go, what it's called, HWT Arabesque. It's kind of similar as well. So yeah, these are hopefully enough fonts for you guys to get going. Let me just delete these because my Illustrator file is getting a little bit slow. And as this is almost finished, let's see what we can do here. I am actually going to select all of the pink like squares here. I'm going to select same and we'll click on the same stroke color. And we'll just cut these, make a new layer and paste them in place again, but now we'll make them invisible because we don't need them at this point. Yeah, I think I want to fill these bars with something. And then I want to fill these as well. I can leave these be. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to make everything like in these bars move. We'll see how far we can go, but yeah, for this part, let's just save this. Yeah, I actually always start out in Illustrator. And then I like take it back into Photoshop where I like apply the effects and stuff. I can show you a project file real quick. Let's just see if this is out already because I'm not sure. I don't want to show you guys an album cover that I'm not allowed to share yet on livestream. And I think I cannot show you this yet. Oh, I actually can. All right, so let's just save this up first. So I recently did an artwork for the Bloody Beetroots and Jackknife. It's called Jericho, and it's out in next week on Friday, I think. So if I go to our clients here, so this is the final. What's up, Brandon? To answer your question there, I think it's a little bit hard to do that because you would either need to make all of these different frames, but in Cinema 4D or in Blender, I think you can just do that way easier. But yeah, that would take you to Blender, and you would have to learn that. Anyway, this is the artwork for Jericho. Let me see if I can actually show you what the original artwork was. Well, that is the preferred version of mine. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. So this is the artwork, my preferred version of the artwork. But as you can see, this is done in Inklab from Black Market. You can see it in detail. But yeah, all this stuff, I just made it in Illustrator like this. And then I bring it back into Photoshop. And that's where I apply the effects. And I always like leave one big like square, for example, here open so that I can drag that in and experiment with that a little bit. So not everything is done in Illustrator, but most of the shapes and the text is actually. And this is actually my full-time job, Ecstasy Music. This and Dreadlabs actually. Well, I try to make Dreadlabs my full-time job, but I also do like a lot of freelance work as well, and that should like pay the bills because I just recently moved out, and I'm living in an apartment with my girlfriend right now. But yeah, this does pay my bills. Yeah. All right, I think this is finished. Now we can just wait. Let's rotate this a little bit slower. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I made that picture. Oh, thanks, man. Speak to you later, bro. Let's render this out as well. And in the meantime, I think we can just quit these. And I'm going to quit Illustrator and start up After Effects. Actually, in the Netherlands, there isn't a lot of design work. I used to do like a lot of design work for Dutch clients, but since coronavirus happened, it became a little bit hard, and I put on the wrong renderer here, sorry. So we'll go to Cell Renderer and mark on the edges here and do this again. But yeah, this is also wrong, I think. Should I switch these colors around, perhaps? So this is just an old student version of Cinema 4D, and I actually have the proper version of Cinema 4D, like that's R23 or R24 now, right? But it's on my computer. And like I said earlier, I actually am planning to move all of my videos to recording on my computer, so I can share the so I can share with you everything in better quality. But yeah, like I said, there isn't a lot of work in the Netherlands to do. Why is it? Oh wait, I should not render this perfectly. That's right. So if we go to Object, check this off. This should work, right? Yeah. Okay. So sorry, to answer the questions. So since coronavirus, mainly all of my clients are from like other countries. I work mainly for some labels. Those are actually from the Netherlands, but yeah, most of my client work I'll do it through either email or WhatsApp. See you later, Jack, if you will go. So I have been working in Illustrator for, let's see, I think I started by the end of 2017 or something. And I started working in Photoshop in 2014. I did some graphic stuff before that, but that was like Paint.net and Microsoft Paint and stuff like that. And I didn't really get the hang of it from Illustrator for a year now, for a year or something. And after that, I like watched a lot of LinkedIn learning tutorials, and then I started like doing stuff myself. And well, here I am, and I try to experiment with Illustrator still every day. Are you making me gin and tonic? Mm-hmm. All right. Just a little bit. My girlfriend's making me a gin and tonic. Because it's Friday and it's the weekend, right? Okay, so this is finished now. Let's start up After Effects. And I'm gonna do something weird here. I'm gonna make a new project, of course. And I'm gonna do a new composition of 3000 by 3000 pixels, which isn't really a video format, as most of you guys will probably know. And this error is so annoying. That's because I have something from Illustrator copied. So let me just copy this link. And this is just so that we can do all of our graphic design stuff that we did in Illustrator, because that was also 3000 by 3000 pixels. And I do this because if I do an artwork, the still should be bigger. It should be around 3000 by 3000 pixels, but the animation should be smaller. So it's always best to start big, and then you can also always scale down your work later. All right, with that being said, Illustrator, let's import all of this stuff. Oh, thank you. Is that fudge? You found it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna make a solid green color. And we'll call this background. You want to say hi to the camera first?
Hi.
There's a little bit of a delay, so I'll let you know if they said hi. Okay, so now that we have this, let's import. Oh, we should save all of these first. So I'll go to my picture viewer. All right, so let's save these selected frames as PNGs. So what have you guys planned for the weekend? Probably, since there's still a pandemic going on, not too much, but you might have some plans, right? So what are you planning on doing this weekend? Let me know in the chat. I'm actually going dog sitting with my girlfriend. Like my in-laws, they have 2 dogs and they're going away for the weekend. So we're gonna make sure that the dogs can still go out and we can play with them for the weekend. So that's nice. Let's see, Smiley. Right, now we can import the globe. And we probably need to invert that actually. And now let's add it to, multiply. Working on visuals, nice. So Gaussian blur. Oh, some music production tutorials. I actually want to do music production. What is it? I want to do music production live streams as well in the future. But that is when my computer is like properly set up. All right, so now we can make this a little bit thicker. And we can just put this in the corner here. If we zoom in a little bit, that's what I kind of dislike about After Effects. I don't know if it's like I didn't learn it yet, but it's a little bit like hard to align stuff in After Effects, in my opinion. Well, you got school in the weekend. That's rough. What's up, Yusuf and Ryan? Experimenting. It's always nice. I love to get like. I love to be on a get like a Sunday where I just like experiment with an Illustrator. Or how often am I gonna stream in the future? Good question. I want to stream more actually, and I'm kind of still like experimenting with like my video schedule and everything, because I want to post less on Instagram and I want to do more videos. And the idea is to do. Oh, I need to. I need to actually save this properly. The idea is to do like 2 videos like 2 pre-recorded videos in a week and maybe 1 live stream. But I might not be able to live stream every week, but that's the idea, to do like 3 big videos, and then maybe like 1 of them is music related and 2 of them are design related, because I think most of you guys are actually designers, right? Or wanting to be designers, and then a smaller amount of you might be like into music production and stuff. And then like I think in like April or in May, the starting a brand videos will come up. And now we're actually gonna save this properly. And I want to delete. Oh yeah. And now let's just wait until this is finished. So someone in the stream asked me, I don't know if you're still here, about like the textures in the thumbnail here. And let's see if we can find like. Oh, here, the texture folder. That's what I need, and I want to see if I can experiment a little bit with the shiny textures here. Oh, and it's actually importing this as a what is called a sequence, but I don't want that. I just want this still image. What's up, by Graces? Oh wow, in the vacation since COVID, that's, yeah, I'm sorry, that's like gibberish. I think COVID has been the most stressful to people that are in like school and stuff for a while now. Am I right? Okay, so what I had in mind was actually, okay, I'm gonna rotate it. So do you attend design school as well, or do I have any experience with touch design? Not sure what that is, so no. Okay, so now I'm gonna mask this out as thoroughly as possible. All right, and now I want to go put a turbulent displays on here. And if my Cinema 4D is actually finished, then I'm going to turn that off. And actually, no, I'm not going to do the turbulent displays here. I'm going to pre-compose this to like a shiny rectangle. And is the mask still on here? Okay, and now I can go into here and I can apply the turbulent displays here. And I'm gonna to a fair amount. Make this smaller. Maybe not that small. Let's see what this looks. And with the evolution here, let's just animate that. I don't know if you can see properly, but it's like slowly like animating, a little bit trippy. I like that. So, all right. And now I thought it might be cool to put a threshold on there. And multiply this. Yusuf, can you leave the chat like a little bit? I've put you in timeout for a second because I don't want you to spam the chat here. Sorry. So yeah, guys, again, feel free to send me questions if you have any. They can be design related, they can be music related, they can be anything you want actually, as long as you keep it civil. Let's loop this by going to time remapping. Okay, what we have so far? What I want to know from you guys, let me know in the chat. What have you been? What was on repeat for you today, in the last week? Like, did you listen to a podcast? Did you listen to a new album for your favorite artists? Did you discover any new artists? Let me know. And does this move? Yeah, it does move. Alright, so my opinion on NFTs is I actually want to get into that, but it's really complicated to me because I'm really bad at economics and cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So actually I want to look into that with a friend of mine and see. My brother-in-law actually he knows a little bit more about crypto than me, so maybe we're going to check if we can help each other that way. And then see if we can do it. And otherwise, it's really cool to see that digital artists can have a new way of making revenue. So yeah, I don't really see any downsides from here, but I think it's really like a hype. And every time I see something about Bitcoin or something, I'm always thinking, oh, I'm already too late to like get in on this. But I'm just not sure. I'm gonna try it anyway. And what kind of music I do prefer? That's actually, I listen to a lot of music. I've been listening to a lot of Boiler Room sets lately. So yeah, I listen to a lot of like house, techno, lots of different stuff. I also listen to some more chill music, some lo-fi beats, some pop here and there. So yeah, basically like a lot. So guys, I have to go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be back in a second. And yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry for the quick break. Right, so let's see. Do you guys see? Is the animation actually playing? Let me just quit Cinema 4D for now. Let's save this up. Because if you don't know, all of the files that I use in my tutorials are actually available for everyone on Patreon. So if you want to play with this file around, you can just become a patron and download it for yourself. Smiley. And now we can just quit Cinema 4D, and that should speed up my PC a little bit more. What's up, Jovik? How are you? Okay, and my lamp just went out, I think. I bought some lamps, some studio lamps, but they aren't lasting long. I need to recharge them from time to time. Sorry for that. Right, let's see if we can play this now. Okay, so this is moving and this is moving. Let's see if we can make this move a little bit faster, maybe like 100. And I'm actually going to do something else as well. Oh, I think we need to do it the other way around. Nope. Okay, it doesn't work like that, sorry. Maybe if I put it underneath the threshold. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. The trippy animation here on the side. So it depends on which artist you talk about, because, for example, I've been working for a lot of artists and they found out about me through other artists. And sometimes artists just hire an external designer or animator to work with, for example, an artist would hire me to do an artwork for a label, but most of these labels also have an in-house designer. So it really depends on what the artists want. If it's a big release, there's always more budget to hire an outside designer or something, or an animator. So it really depends, actually. Thanks, Jovik. Do you want me to make a tutorial about this guy, Chrome and Lightning? Is that like a person? Is it like a designer that I should look into and try to show you how he does the style, or let's import this and scale this down a little bit. And here again, we are going to use a threshold filter and multiply it. I am going to continue on the world building project, but I am actually in the works of actually designing some stuff. So that will come online in the coming months, because we're linking an event to it and we're linking a clothing brand to it, and both of these are going to be featured in videos. Well, I'm not sure about the event yet, but for the clothing brand, that is. So yeah, that will all probably be a bit more clear in the future. Okay, it's 5 o'clock here, so I almost have to wrap it up. I might continue this in the future. I want to add one more thing, and then I want to render this out for to show you guys a little bit. So let's firstly import, go to the Dreadlabs video overlays and see which one we can use. The 4K one, I think. And let's use one of the grunge overlays. Let's go with this one. And we kind of have to scale this up a little bit because it's a 3000 by 3000 pixel file. Anyway, let's see if we can put some cool blend modes in here. Maybe like adding it. Subtract is cool. So let's loop this as well. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions for me still, I can answer them now. And I might be able to continue this on another day, maybe next week or something. Well, without drawing skill, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to become a graphic designer, it will be a bit hard, but I actually have a tutorial on how to make cool illustrations without actually being able to draw that good. And that's by making 3D models and kind of like drawing over them. So if you're good at 3D but not good at drawing, that might be the way for you to make drawings, I guess. Let's add one more shape in here and then we'll call it a day. And let's go to the dread shapes. Let's grab this one. It's one of my favorites. Oh, and it's actually, wait, we might be able to do something cool with this. Let's do a color overlay. And just make that black. And loop this as well. And I want to rotate this 5 times at 30-second mark. Let's scale this down. And let's see what this looks like. Let's just do this and let's preview this in lower quality. I actually really like the animation here, but I'm gonna make it a little bit more slow. So because it's 20 frames because there's 20 like dread shapes in there. So let's make this 4 seconds long. And we should probably make it a little bit smaller. And another fun thing to do is when we go to our layer and we put an adjustment layer here with a displacement map, we can use our grunge overlay as the base, and let's do 25 to really exaggerate the effect here. Wait, let's see if we can make another one. Let's import another grunge effect. This one perhaps. We'll make it invisible. Let's see if this works. All right, let's render out 3 seconds of this, or maybe like 5 seconds of this, and we'll call it a day today. Make sure that this loops. All right, guys. While we wait for the render to be finished, let me just close Photoshop. We didn't use Photoshop this stream. That's a new. I almost always use Photoshop. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, if you have any last questions for me before we end the stream, let me know in the chat right now. And there can be anything Dreadlabs related if you want to know something. Yeah, just let me know. Because we need to wait for this render to finish. I think we will be done in a few minutes. I really enjoyed it, and it's really cool to see that there are more and more people joining in on these live streams, even though I kind of messed up in the beginning here. But yeah, I'm really glad that that the community of Dreadlabs is growing like so big, and it just makes me so happy to share my passion with all of you guys. So thank you so much for being a part of this. And I can't wait to make this community grow. And yeah, I don't know. See what the future holds for us, I guess. So it takes a little over for 4 minutes to render this. So yeah, any last questions, and I can answer them before we check out the preview and end of the stream. So the design theme is I think it's called like 90s rave, futuristic rave. Some people call it acid graphics. Some people call it meta modern grotesque. Yeah, there's like no one actually really like came up with a name that's like final. And I think that's because this is just also like recent, or like this trend has been going on for about 2-3 years now. But yeah, I think like once we're like 10 years in, people will still call this like a certain like style, you know, in the history books. But for now, I think there's not really like a name yet. But I think it might be really hard, and I think it's especially like I haven't been like that invested into NFTs yet, but yeah, it's very important to either grow your social presence or just have really good artwork, and perhaps you should know some people within the crypto community or something. So I think that might be fairly hard to start out with that. Once I'm actually like more invested into this, I will try to make a video on it and try to explain my experiences with it as like kind of a noob. And I hope that will help you guys out in the future. So we got a little over 2 minutes left. I might go out for a walk later. I don't know how it's been in your countries, but the Netherlands generally has not like very nice weather. But it's starting to get, it's still quite cold, but it's starting to get sunny, which is nice. But the downside of that is that a lot of people will go out and the COVID infections will increase, which probably will extend our like smart lockdown or whatever you want to call it longer, which sucks. But yeah, in the past year, I've learned to enjoy the little things, I guess. By the way, guys, I've said this in streams before, but if you want to grow your social presence and you want to become like if you want to gain more followers on social media as a designer, I really suggest you would follow Nico's collections as advice, because he is a genius when it comes to social media marketing. And by following his tips, I was able to grow Dreadlabs a lot, especially on Instagram. All right, we have a little under a minute left. All right, almost finished. And I think I'm going to do a new stream where I'm going to dive back into this work and actually finish it, because it's fairly unfinished for now. I thought I had a little bit more time, but yeah, sometimes you just have to work on things a little bit more before you are satisfied with them. That's just how it goes. Okay, and let's just play a preview. All right, I actually really like how this is like going. Perhaps we should do some animation here as well. And now that I look at it, I have placed this display the displacement map wrong, as you can see here. But yeah, that's all stuff for the future, for next stream. So yeah, let me just play it one more time for you guys. I really like how this one turned out, and this thing as well. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me that we've almost reached 3,000 playbacks during the stream. That's just amazing to me. I just want to thank you again for being a part of this community and watching me do what I do. Helping me inspire you. So yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can join us on Discord. I'll drop the Discord in the chat right now. And if you want to get access to all of the project files from my streams or my tutorials, you can join us on Patreon. So yeah, if you become a patron, you'll get access to all the project files. In addition to that, you'll also get a 15% discount in the Dreadlabs web store, as well as a special role on Discord. Let me see, did I forget anything? There's a lot coming for Dreadlabs, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram @Dreadlabs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream.